Good day friends, it's Chris, and on this video we're on day 3 of Inktober, and the prompt for day 3 is crown. I am planning now to draw a portrait of a Hindu goddess named Parvati, and I just googled on Pinterest Parvati, and an image of her wearing a crown showed up, and I was really inspired by both the gesture that she had on the photograph, but at the same time, something about the face and how she's styled was just so stoic and very elegant. So I had thoughts of now drawing her to represent the third prompt day, which is crown. I plan to once again work with, currently my favorite is the Tombow brush pen, and it has been working excellently for me. And along with this one, I plan to team it up with the leftover ink from the last time that I had a video, Borealis Black by Noodlers, and I plan to actually dissolve that, or like use very watered down washes of it using my water brush. This one I think is from Pentel. It's with me for almost 5 years now, and it's still holding strong. So I'm I'm happy to use that here on this video. So day 3, crown. Just like day 2, I am really pushing myself this Inktober to come up with ideas and concepts that is going to sort of be off the beaten path, or at least something that is not the first thing that you might think of when you hear the prompt. So for day 3, I decided to draw Parvati, the Hindu goddess. I wanted to capture her serene yet powerful presence, adorned with a crown, which signifies her divine status. For the details, I just focused on really just blotting in the ink, and later on, you'll be surprised as the variety of techniques and tools that I use aside from what I introduced at the beginning of this video. Now, my choice for Parvati isn't accidental. She is a prime example of women as religious icons and deities across various belief systems. In Hinduism, Parvati is not just Shiva's consort, but she is the divine energy herself. She is a mother goddess and a goddess of power, love, fertility, and devotion. And I first got to know about Parvati with my former teaching job a few years ago, maybe a decade ago, because I taught world religions and belief systems to senior high school students in the humanities strand, and that's something that I really cherish. Now, as for women in religious figures, there are plenty of them. We have Isis from Egypt, Kuan from Buddhism, Mary, Mother of Jesus from Catholicism and Christianity, and then even here in the Philippines, we have divine beings, divine women such as Sierra, Amihan, and Maria Makiling. These figures aren't just symbolic, they are central to spiritual practice, guiding moral principles, and offering solace and strength to millions. They represent qualities often associated with the feminine, nurturing, resilience, wisdom, and transformative power. The impact of these women as women on religion is profound. They often provide a counterpoint to the patriarchal narratives, embodying different aspects of divinity that are crucial for a complete understanding of the sacred. Now, it's so cool because women in modern times also reflect these women in divine deities, such as showcasing leadership and empowerment, resilience and advocacy, redefining femininity, and being cultural icons. Figures such as Frida Kahlo up to Beyonce. We have here now Nora Honor in the Philippines. We had before Gabriela Silang, and we have also Maria Ressa. These women are not just simple subservient people, but rather they are empowered. The crown, whether metaphorical or literal, remains a potent symbol of authority, respect, and identity, much of which is rooted in these ancient depictions of powerful women, which reminds us of female power and its deep historical and spiritual roots. Drawing Parvati's crown today for Inktober 3 was a reminder of enduring power and presence of women throughout history, not just as followers but as leaders, creators, and divine forces themselves. It is not just about having them as passive members of the society, but really as present, active, and visible members in our communities. I encourage you to look at these powerful women and think about the ones that you know in your lives, whether that's your mom, whether that's now people you look up to, okay, or in history. Consider the crowns they wear as impact they have, and the impact that they have, rather. How do you see divine feminine energy in the world around you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What does crown mean to you? And who are the women that most inspire you to be who you are today? Now, let's talk about the drawing and more over the painting process for this output. Gosh, I know that Inktober should have focused on drawing, but I think I just got too excited using the water brush and the ink washes. I think I relied much on the ink washes to bring depth and interest, which probably for the next days for Inktober I will try my best to overcome. I have tried to use also a paint marker for the gold just to highlight the jewelry in this drawing. Now, I'm realizing it now post production that Inktober should focus more on inks, but this time around I accidentally used paint. Which, you know what, no regrets about that, because the piece that I made in the end feels I'm proud of the output of it, and I'm happy about how it turned out. So just like what happened here, an insight to drawing is that we don't have to be guilty of, you know, following strictly the rules of Inktober or our ideals of Inktober. We should just probably let artists just participate and be happy about it, because the original purpose of Inktober is not simply to just come up with amazing ink drawings, but rather an exploration for getting back into art, trying your best to follow the prompts and come out of your usual habits, or really to sharpen your skills in drawing. If you're just like me, accidentally or even intentionally did mixed media rather than purist ink drawings, you don't have to feel guilty about it. What's important is actually you guys having fun and drawing and making art. I think that's the heart and soul of Inktober. So that's it. I hope you guys are enjoying. So let me ask you guys, what is an art rule that you've tried now to try to unlearn? What are the art rules that you're trying to unlearn? What are the active steps you're doing to try to get over your art block, and how have you been interpreting the different prompts lately? Because some are going literal, which is, there's nothing wrong about that, but there are some who's trying to be more creative with it. So how's your process if you're taking Inktober in a more abstract way? Let me know in the comments, and of course feel free to share your social media or links to your Inktober entries. I am glad to support you and give you a like and a follow on your art journeys as well. Alright friends, I think I'm done. This is the final output, which it started off as a drawing, but now it feels more like a painting. Now I feel quite guilty because I'm just realizing right now, after I'm done making this, that the gold pen that I used a while ago, the gold marker, is actually a paint pen, and I feel guilty because it's supposed to be Inktober and the focus should be on ink. So forgive me for that, but I tried my best, and this is the output, and I absolutely had fun making this mixed media piece right now. using different kinds of techniques. I'm really happy about that, and actually I like the output regardless of not following exactly the ideal for Inktober, but this is an output that I am kind of proud of, TBH. Now, that's it. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. How is your Inktober going so far? Are you all 3 days strong, or are we all just trying to survive October? Right now, there's a strong typhoon, so probably on the voiceover you heard some weird sound. I'm so sorry about that, but I hope that you're all staying safe, and I wish you all the love, and as always, peace. Take care, everybody.